All right, this guy logged onto his wife's email account and found out that she was cheating on him. And now he's the one facing 5 years in prison. Leon Walker, charged with felony computer misuse. That's typically reserved for protecting trade secrets and identity theft. Walker snooped around and discovered that his wife was having an affair with her second husband. So he ratted her out to her first husband, the father of her children. And Walker claims that he was trying to protect those kids from the violent second husband. There is a violent history there, and now he's in a world of trouble, and this case could set an incredible legal precedent. Tom Kniff is a former prosecutor and a criminal defense attorney. Tamara Holder is a criminal defense attorney and a Fox News contributor. It's good to talk to you both. And Tamara, usually your spouse cheats on you and they're the one who's in trouble. What's going on here?
Yeah, well, you know, here's a guy who caught his wife cheating on him, and now he's looking at going to prison for 5 years. This makes no sense whatsoever. The prosecutors are overreaching here. They are using a statute to try to send a guy to prison for using a password to gain access to his wife's emails. And this is a statute that is for anti-hacking or for hackers. So basically they're saying a guy who, for example, breaks into somebody's house but doesn't steal anything is possibly guilty of a burglary. That's what they're trying to do here. It makes no sense whatsoever. You know, maybe he invaded her privacy, maybe he trespassed electronically, but he did not commit a crime with this anti-hacking statute.
Tom, is this prosecutorial overreach? What do you think?
No, I don't think it is. Let's be clear, Rick. The Michigan statute prohibits unauthorized access to a computer. The allegations in this case, and you know, he's innocent until proven guilty and we'll have a trial and so forth, but the allegations are that he accessed his wife's email by unauthorized use of her password. That meets the elements of the Michigan statute. If the Michigan legislature wished to exclude spouses or familial relations from the statute, they could have written that into the statute. And I would submit that far from being excluded from the statute, this case is particularly serious because it is a case where one spouse is trespassing, cyber stalking the other. If you're willing to hack into your wife or someone who you're having intimate relationships email with, you're exhibiting the classic signs of jealousy, insecurity, controlling behavior. That is a classic cocktail for domestic violence.
But this isn't cyber stalking, Tom. This isn't a cyber stalking
Tamara,
case.
it is, because domestic violence, look at the cases we've had in the last few years.
It is not a cyber stalking case. We're talking about an anti-hacking case that is used to protect people from you know, identity theft and
Tamara,
identity fraud and things like this.
Tamara, you're
also,
arguing semantics, though. The statute,
but
the statute prohibits unauthorized access to a computer. What I'm saying is, in the last few years, look at the cases we've had.
He had access to a computer, Tom. He had access to a computer. It was a shared computer.
Not to her password, not to her email.
Let me jump in here for 1 second and ask you both about, you know, what is the term that you lawyers like to use, mitigating factors? The fact that there are children involved here and that he was concerned not only about whether his wife was being faithful to him, but about the kids, because the guy that she was now shacking up with, again, was someone who had a violent history. Evidently, he had beaten her. The kids had been present at the time. Let's take a listen to, we have a little bit more of Mr. Walker talking about this point.
Checking her phone records to seem like they were really close, that they spoke a lot, they communicated a lot, and I was concerned that she was not just moving back in that situation, but she was bringing our daughter into it. So I just wanted to confirm that.
Tamara, does that make a difference that there are kids involved?
Okay. First of all, who's this guy's attorney? Why is he talking to the press and doing interviews before trial? That's stupid. You know, it's a good mitigating factor, but at the end of the day, the elements of the crime and the act must match up. If they match up, he's guilty, period.